Well, the hottest new dating app right now is for double dates.
Yeah, it's a play on words called Fourplay. It's so popular, there were 9,000 people on the waiting list to join.
Yeah, this is a big one. The two New Yorkers who created it, they're joining us right now. We've been waiting for this segment. Super exciting. Danielle Dietzig and Julie Griggs. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. We are so excited.
Yes, so are we. So let's get started. Neither one of you can choose to answer this, but tell us what inspired you to start this dating app.
Wow. How much time do we have? So in an unexpected plot twist, Danielle and I are actually healthcare providers in New York. So as the story goes, I was in my final semester in my graduate program at Rutgers. I was becoming a physician assistant. And I was put in Manhattan for 6 weeks for a clinical rotation.
Where I'm a nurse.
Yes, where Danielle is a nurse. So at the time we were talking about it, sitting in traffic on the FDR, and we were like, our time together is limited. I barely see you anymore. We're so busy with professional lives and social lives. So why don't we just kill two birds with one stone and make your dating profile both of us and tell guys to only swipe right and go out with us if they have a friend that they can bring and double date. So it was just for fun. And we had this crazy positive response. Guys were telling us that we were changing the dating game, that it was the best idea they ever heard, that we should make it into an app. We didn't mean to make it into an app. Our families are just so pushy that they were like, if you don't, somebody else is going to.
Yeah. Like I was like, I'm a nurse. I don't need to create an app. But her brother came up with the name Foreplay, and I just couldn't resist, and here we are.
It's great.
Well, ladies, we love that it started off with dating, but it's also a way for you guys to rekindle your friendship. So how does it all work?
Absolutely. That's totally what we're about. We're about singles enjoying their friendships, enjoying their singlehood with their other single friends, and meeting other single friends. So the way that Foreplay works is you join with your other single friend, and then you create a shared profile. You make preferences for who you're looking to go out with. You swipe through other teams of single friends, and when there's a match, there's a group chat. So when you group chat, you come up with where you want to go out, you meet for a double date, and then there's no expectation. So that's what's so great about Foreplay is we normalize any outcome, romance, friendship, networking, whatever the case may be.
I love it. You saw Friends Don't Let Friends Date Solo?
Yes, it's great.
They don't. Real friends don't.
Well, I got to tell you, so people obviously feel the same way you did. There is a waiting list for this app. So how come there's only a certain number of people right now who can join?
So it's actually a waiting list for everywhere other than New York. So right now the app is only live in New York. So we're approaching 12,000 users, which is super exciting for us. The large majority of the users are made up of Gen Z, which totally makes sense because we're uniquely positioned towards a population who wants to enjoy being single. And we did that on purpose because when you open in one city, you really are able to create density. So when you have an app that's social, like Foreplay, density is required. And people go on the app and they're expecting for other people to be there in order to have a good experience. Yeah. So we're slowly building the population in other cities on our wait list. Right. And hint, hint, LA, Chicago, and Boston are all growing super fast on the wait list. So we're going to be opening up in other cities next. But the wait list is growing slowly, and we are just in New York right now.
Brilliant. I love it. Get the buzz going here.
Totally.
So obviously, lady, there's a safety component to this whole thing. What do you kind of have in place to make sure people are, being safe?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I mean, we're using the buddy system, so it is inherently safer because you're going with your friend, and so you're not meeting strangers from the internet alone, which unfortunately we both had too much experience doing. So that in and of itself makes Foreplay the safer option. But we want to be not just safer because you do it with a friend, we want to be technologically safer. So we're really excited to say that we have our first full-time employee. He started today. Shout out to Danny. And he is taking over the product. He's our VP of engineering. And so we're going to be building the technology to make Foreplay safer. So making sure that every single user has a background check done, every identity is verified, so that Foreplay truly is the safest option for singles.
I'm so impressed with you both, and I'm so happy for it. I think this is just really exciting, and to see it take off and being here the day you have your first full-time employee. So, how many times have you guys double dated or have people found success?
So when people ask about success, they often are asking about, have people had romance from our app? And absolutely, people have found romance on our app. We know so many people, so many users who have reached out to us and said, I found my boyfriend, I found my girlfriend, I'm kind of seeing someone, which is awesome. But we also define success as any relationship that happens after foreplay. So we have seen people have professional relationships. We've seen people, like one of the people
we've seen people have romantic relationships. We've seen people have really great friendships. So
people have done everything. Actually, one of the people who we actually went on a foreplay date with helped us hire our VP of engineering, Danny Barnes.
Nice.
So we've seen it all, and people go surfing and people go golfing and they do everything. And that's what we define as success.
Oh, love it, love
Wonderful.
it. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. We wish you the most success, and you might be having to quit your day jobs when this thing takes
I know,
up.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, boss, if you found out now.
All right, well, come back anytime. We certainly enjoyed having you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.